Hi, my name is Evelyn. Today I'm going to be presenting my cultural board with all of you. I will be discussing the elements that I included in the board, their significance, and how they reflect my cultural background, and ultimately how this, along with my personal lifestyle, influenced my design style. First and foremost, I am Latina. I had to include this photo of a heart-shaped mazapan because it's my guilty pleasure and my favorite Mexican treat. My parents were both born and raised in Jalisco, Mexico, and they immigrated to the US in the 70s, of course, hoping to create a better life and future for our family. Mm, I was born and raised in Anaheim, but I hold on firmly to my Mexican roots because I'm proud of where my family originated, and I truly feel more connected to that culture than that of the United States. Due to this fact, my home and design style definitely have Mexican influences. I had previously mentioned my love for incorporating both vintage and modern pieces into my home design, and I do tend to lean towards items that are culturally significant. Um, for me, textiles and artifacts, such as the Talavera pottery that you see here, they have the potential to transform a room and can tell stories of heritage and identity. They can not only beautify a space, but also instill a sense of pride and connection to one's roots. As far as color goes, however, I don't necessarily incorporate those that are typically associated with Mexico. I know there's an abundance of bold and bright colors and vibrant patterns in all things Mexican. Personally, I like my home to feel more calm and be somewhat neutral. So I would say that the primary color palette in my home is a reflection of Mexican architecture while also drawing inspiration from indigenous and Spanish styles. This has helped me create a rich and warm atmosphere. I am a mom to an almost 5-year-old daughter, a baby that'll be here in the fall, as well as two Frenchy puppies. Because of this, I do try to keep my home as simple and aesthetically pleasing as I can, almost to counteract the chaos. I have to keep some level of beauty alive to distract from the muddy footprints and paint splatter everywhere. As an aside, I also homeschool my daughter, and that impacts my design style, and that I have to allow a little bit of creative freedom in that space. Instead of beautifully curated office, I have a playroom slash homeschool room, and that is where all the color is. If there's any space that's going to look like a Mexican fiesta, it's definitely that room. Um, my style is rooted in the day-to-day aspects of my life. Definitely travel, Pilates, reading, and veganism all play a role in shaping how I curate my space. Travel has opened my eyes to global textures, colors, and architecture, which I've been able to bring back and incorporate into my home. For example, with my most recent trips to Spain and Mexico City, I brought home azulejo panel, which is a specific type of paving tile, and the associated paving style found in Barcelona. Both that and an Aztec calendar sunstone from Mexico City are part of my home decor today. Pilates teaches me the value of intentional movement and breath, inspiring spaces that feel both balanced and fluid. My love for reading has translated into my design style in that it has made me prioritize cozy, inviting spaces and calming color palettes. Uh, Books have also become part of my decor, and bookshelves are definitely central design features in my home. With veganism, at its core, it reflects a compassionate and conscious lifestyle, and that mindset carries into my design style. through a preference for natural, cruelty-free materials and sustainability. Up here, as you can see from this image, I do like to garden and grow as much of my own food as I can, especially with the state of the world being what it is. Mexican design and architecture emphasize a strong connection to nature with indoor-outdoor living spaces and the use of natural materials. There are elements such as, courtyard gardens, potted plants, and large windows that bring the outdoors inside and create harmony between the home and the outdoors. So this is the vision I have for my home, and I hope with time I can perfect it. Ultimately, the influence of culture in interior design reminds me that our spaces are not just about aesthetics, they're reflections of who we are. By acknowledging and incorporating cultural elements, we can create environments that are not only beautiful but also meaningful and authentic. As we continue to explore the intersection of culture and design, let's take a moment to celebrate the many influences that shape our space and the stories they hold.